Our top stories this week. In Maryland, the mother who ended National Child Abuse Prevention Month by being praised by America for beating her kid for his involvement in the Baltimore riots may have a CPS investigation to deal with. A new study finds that being bullied at school is much worse for the kid's mental health and self-esteem than is being abused or neglected by their parents. In Michigan, a privacy-invading bill is introduced that would require homeschool parents to tolerate 2 visits a year from CPS agents. And a senator from Oregon wrote a letter to all 50 governors warning them about the for-profit foster care system as the Senate probes private foster care agencies. The U.S. federal government's Medicaid program is still paying for poor and foster kids to be on dangerous antipsychotics for fraudulent and unaccepted uses. The Federal Protecting Adopted Children Act has been introduced to stop the practice of rehoming where adopted children are given to somebody else when their forever homes are done with them. In California, a lawyer files a lawsuit in Orange County claiming that the child protective industry seized over 5,000 children without any justification. In South Dakota, defendants are asking a federal judge to reconsider his ruling, which found that state officials violated the Indian Child Welfare Act. And in Maine, a Truth and Reconciliation Commission is claiming cultural genocide after finding Native American kids are 5 times more likely to be snatched and thrown into foster care and border schools where they were abused in order to assimilate them into white culture. In Illinois, the new law makes it so that parents can be arrested for leaving their teenagers home alone without a babysitter. In Rock County, Wisconsin, the powers that be are considering providing body cameras for CPS agents, which would make it harder for them to lie. In Connecticut, a federal court monitor is claiming that foster children's needs are still unmet years after they were ordered by a federal court to address the issues. In Alberta, Canada, the government slashes funding for the office that is probing the deaths of children in foster care. And in England, a report claims that inspections by the watchdog group Ofsted is putting children at risk of harm. Actress and CPS lover Rosie O'Donnell's estranged wife is filing for full custody of their daughter, claiming that Rosie has 24/7 nannies taking care of her, rarely doing anything herself. In Connecticut, the girl who was medically kidnapped and forced to undergo chemotherapy finally goes home. A man from Georgia is speaking out after having his life destroyed by a lying CPS agent who smashed into his car and blamed him for doing it. In Massachusetts, the federal government orders a baby returned to her mother after being snatched because of the mother's disability and not given any services to help her. And a Michigan couple is claiming that a witch hunt by CPS agents left a father behind bars and a mom fighting to keep her baby who she hid from them after being cleared of child abuse. In Louisiana, a man stands accused of sending threatening text messages to a CPS agent. In New Mexico, a man is accused of threatening his adopted daughter with a gun. In California, a social worker got busted for molesting a child. And in Texas, a couple of foster care providers stand accused of sexually abusing kids after there had been 16 previous complaints against them over the last 10 years. In Missouri, a mother and daughter are reunited after 50 years, revealing a hospital-run baby-stealing ring where young black mothers were told their babies were stillborn but were instead sold off through the foster care system. And finally, tonight in Wisconsin, 2 sisters who were separated in 1937 while in foster care finally meet for the first time 78 years later. For these stories and all the latest dirt on the child protective industry, visit www.legallykidnapped.com. And until next week, this is Baby LK, over and out.